Okay, well, we had a break in weather, about 60 degrees, so I was able to get out a little bit today and ride. But I'm out in the shop, and I wanted to show you something. I see this a lot on the forums. People talk about their shocks, their rear shock here that leaks. So I thought I'd get down here for a minute and get you a picture. This is the shock they're talking about. This rear shock, it leaks over time. And you can see there's a big old bolt in there and here, and there's a set up top. But if you get this bike level and take some of that pressure off that rear tire, removing that shock's a pretty straightforward process. You know, you remove the bolts on the bottom and the bolt up top, drop that shock out. But the primary reason why I'm doing this video is to save you a little bit of money, hopefully. So again, to get to the top end, you're gonna have to remove some of this so you can see it. And of course, here is where you put pressure in that rear shock. But if you have a leaking shock, I know a lot of people discuss on the forums buying a replacement shock, a Hagen, out of the UK. Those things are like $500. I looked at that myself, and then I came across Mr. Dave, who is a Venture forum member, and found out that he has sort of a replacement repair program. So I sent my shock to him, and he actually has shocks usually ready to go, so he can just exchange with you. But if you're a Venture forum member, he charged me only $50. That included shipping. I think if you're not a member, he charges a little more, maybe $100 or so. But it would be well worth your money and investment to just go ahead and join the forum. Save yourself some money. Does a great job. Now, I sent mine here off this 08 as a preventative, and he could have exchanged with me, but I wasn't in no hurry, so I let him go ahead and take my original, replace the seal, replace the fluid, and he shipped it back to me, and I reinstalled it. But I wasn't leaking, but I had almost 50,000 miles on the bike. Anyway, I want to mention, too, about airing up these shocks, the proper way to do it. There is the port, and it's important that you know that you're not to use a regular air pressure on these shocks. You know, what you need to do is buy you one of these. Let me lay it down here so you can get a good look at it here. I bought this one from someone actually that was selling it on eBay. You can see the brand, Fox brand. Little hand pump here. And on my rear shock, I believe I put about 45 PSI in that rear one. You know, it varies. Check out your ride, see what works for you. Let me get up here and show you. On this front side though, I believe the max on these is 7 PSI. And then you've got one on each side of your fork there. You can see the cap on there. So take this little hand portable unit. Don't use just a regular air compressor. Blow them out, blow out the seals. But, you know, get you one of these and you're good to go. And what I'll do is I'll put the links down in the bottom of the contact information for Dave. And I'll put the information on the Venture forums. And appreciate the service that Dave does for that. Save yourself a lot of money. At most, what, $50, $100, I think, versus a Hagen. In 2021, it was about $500 when they priced one for me. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, this is for a Royal Star Venture. These are the 2nd gen models. This is a 2008, and I got a 2013. So, all right, have a good ride there and a good winter.